Hi guys, it's Brad here, and today I'm going to do a video, and it's pretty much something that I recently just purchased. There's no other videos on YouTube, so I might as well try something here. It's called the Entech Open DMX USB. And basically what it is it's a USB to DMX interface which allows you to control your lights, your DMX lights, from your computer. And now this isn't an unboxing video, because I've already opened the box, but it's so simple I might as well just take it out. Basically it comes with your USB cable, your repair manuals, something that says why they put their stuff on a CD, and there was a CD in here but I took it out, and then this thing, and this is what you actually purchased. It's the Entech Open USB DMX. And on this side we have a USB connection. On the opposite we have a 5-pin DMX. Now for those of you with 3-pin lights, this is how it works. Alright, so if you're running a 3-pin fixture, you're going to want something like this. On this end you have a 5-pin male connection, and on this end you have a 3-pin female. And this kind of cable, this one's made by HOSA Technologies. I got it from B&H Photo. And it will allow you to convert 5-pin from the Entech device into your 3-pin light. Alright, so I have the device with me here now. I've connected it to that end. And if you take a look, here's what the back of a View 1.1 looks like. This is my only DMX light. I actually have 2 of these. The other one's upstairs. So I basically take the other end of that little cable and goes in like that. Now, basically what you would do after this is you would plug the USB thing from here into your computer, and then you would open up a piece of software, which I'll talk to you about later. And basically you need to check the DMX charts for your device, like your light, of which channels to coordinate the dip switches to whichever channel you want the lights to be running on. But that's whole other thing later that I'll talk about. Alright, so the piece of software I want to show you how the Entech Open USB DMX works with is called Q Light Controller, or QLC. It's very, very basic. The first thing you're going to want to do is open up the Q Light Controller with the USB thing connected. So you can see, I don't know if you saw that, but there is a driver already built in for the device, so you don't need to worry about that. So we're going to start by going to New. We want a new project here. But I'm going to open one I already had just to save time. And I call this the 2x View 1.1. So now if I open it up, first I want to add the fixtures to my project. So I already have 2 fixtures here. These are the 2 views that I have. So I have them programmed to channel 1 through to channel 6 for the first one, and channel 7 through to channel 12 for the second one, because they are 6-channel DMX lights. If you wanted another fixture, you would open this up and you would take a look through all the built-in fixtures that comes with it. So if you look through, you'll notice that each company doesn't have very many fixtures already set by default. So if your fixture isn't there, upon opening QLC you'll see fixture light editor or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but click on that and you'll have to make your own. That's what I had to do for the View 1.1. It wasn't already there. So I have all my channels here. If I wanted to test the light, I won't show it to you now, but I could go channel 1, channel 2, yada yada yada, and that's that. So this is for function. This is the function manager. This is to make scenes and things like that. I'm not going to show you this because that takes a lot of time to do. I'm going to open the virtual console, and this is what I wanted to show you. Basically this is a little bit different than all the other kind of DMX stuff out there. This allows me to add a slider matrix, and this would control 6. This would open up 6 sliders to represent the 6 channels on the light. So I'm going to do that. And now I get these things. Okay, I don't want to move that. I'm going to double click this, and what I want it to do is I want it to control the first channel of my view 1. So I'm going to hit level, switch to level mode. Now I can see my 2 fixtures pop up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this little arrow, and I'm going to hit the first one. Now I know these are all intensity because I made this thing, but whatever. I'm going to select the first channel, and that's that. And now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to call this channel 1. Keep this the same, the percentage is fine. Keep that the same. And then if you have a MIDI controller, what you can actually do is you can choose from your MIDI controller a slider, a knob, or something that you want to control the virtual slider that you just made. I have my VMS4, and I basically made all these channels on my VMS4 that I've already pre-mapped to control that specific channel. So if I wanted to do that, I could hit channel 1. I wanted to control channel 1, and I'd hit OK. And now these would change from fade sliders to in level sliders. Oh, and by the way, if you don't have a MIDI controller, don't worry about that, just skip that step. And now if you try to move the slider, you're going to notice you can't do it. You'll just move the box. So what you need to do is go back and hit operate, and then go in. And now, if you slide this, basically the light changes patterns and colors, and I'll show you that right now. Alright, so I have all my channels there. Sorry how unprofessional this is, sticking a camera up at the screen. But those are my sliders. I have my view 1 right there, alongside some speakers. And my VMS4 is down here. And basically what I've done is I've mapped all my 6 channels that are right there onto these faders from here. These ones are working right now. These ones, that's 5 and 6. They're a bit sketchy right now, and that goes through a USB cable into there. And then this goes through a bunch of extensions over to the NTech box to the VMS4. And I'm going to show you that right now. So if I come over here and I turn number one on the view 1 is just going through its patterns. So if I turn that, it will start red, green. So it's basically going through its patterns on the ceiling right now. Kind of like a standalone. And if I look on my screen, I notice channel 1 as being raised to 184. So I'm going to turn that one down. Now my channel 2 is right here, and channel 2 is your RGB, so that will control red, and the red gets brighter. And again, I'm turning this with my VMS4, which is designed for audio, but I've mapped it out. And yeah, so that pretty much concludes everything. I got this at a place called stagestore.ca, and the software I'm using is Q-Lite Controller. It costs in Canada $60, and if you live in Ontario, you'll receive it the next day you order it. Like seriously, I ordered mine one day and it came the next. So thanks for watching, and comment, rate, subscribe.